So, because I've not been doing much filming, and I did start doing this, but then I remembered, so I've got Tammy, because she forgets. So basically, the ceiling heads have been done. Vinny did message me and said they like bananas. I'll put a picture in now. But they have skimmed up. I think he said they were 12 foul out. But he did spot some cracking on the centre. So where the bolt on the centre, the head's bolt on, there was some cracking into the waterways on both sides, just the centre one. Now, I have to run some sort of silicone or something on these anyway. So what I'll probably end up doing is the silicone. It's not going to hurt it. And then hopefully it's all right. I will try and search for another set of cylinder heads if I can, but they're more than likely be like Elderbrook, I think it's pronounced. American stuff. Yeah, see if I can find a set of them heads. They would do aftermarket aluminium heads for them, which the ones I've took off at aluminium. So basically all I'm doing now is I'm just cleaning up the surfaces of the block either side. I've already done this side, I just need to go over it again. So my trusty knife, what my granddad kindly left me with all the rest of his tools, it's quite handy because I've got different blades, so that's a nice do them bits. Then I'm wiping it down, then I'm blowing everything out, including the waterways. As you can see, there's some rusty water on the wall. Then I'm spraying everything with WD-40, then wiping everything down. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I've found a set of front wheels. Excuse me. So the backs, as you can see, are on. They're not the tyres I'm using. They do rub the tyres. They're not the proper adapters either. I've ordered them, but they're going to be here in 20 days, I think it said. Or I paid an extra 20 quid and get them here in 5 days, even though I paid a tenner for postage. I probably won't use them again. I did ask Luke yesterday if he can make wheel adapters, and he went, yeah, of course I can. Didn't think to ask Luke. So when I get the fronts, I've gone for 17-inch 8Js on the front. They are actual genuine Mustang wheels, a set of 4. And they do look like these. They're not the same. They do look like these. So I'll probably end up cleaning or refurbing or painting or whatever way I go to match so they look right. So they're going to be a staggered offset. So there's 17-inch by 8J, and the back spacing, which is ET in our language, but the back spacing from the rear of the hub to the outside of the wheel is 4, I think you said 4 or 5.75, which is perfect for this with the adapter and everything. I worked it all out and sat down the other day and worked it all out, and it should work fine with a 20 to 25mm adapter. The trouble what I'm having is with the size wheels. So at the minute, these are I can't even see what it says because they're that old. These are a 13, I believe. So these are a 13-inch wheel, but they're 18s, which are fine on back. They're just going in a straight line up and down and when we're moving. But the time I've got an 18-inch wheel under here and the tyre, the problem what I'm having is this part here, when I turn, it hits. So basically, I've had to find a wheel which is the same circumference, same size of this wheel and tyre. I'm going to have to run a skinnier tyre on the front, which is fine, it's not too bad, but I'm just hoping it'll look right. The wheel should sit roughly about there, which is good also. I can still turn and everything like that without it interfering with the arch. I'm hoping. The plan was to lower this car, which I still want to. So hopefully when them wheels arrive, which should be picked up next Tuesday. I was going to go and collect them, but it's like 200 and something mile. It cost us nearly, 70 or 80 quid to pick them up in Elgran? Minimum. And it was 52 quid for a courier to come and collect them, so no brainer really. So yeah, so we'll know what we're doing in there now. The heads are finished. I'm still yet to decide on what I'm doing a lot of people say put studs in with nuts on. These are originally just bolts. So if I just show you in here, I've also cleaned. New thing from Luke. Yeah, so these are the head gaskets that will come off the car. I'm not reusing them, but you can reuse the bolts. Now, obviously, they're all in order of what they should be at that. But everybody says when they've got flatheads, they'd rather put studs in the block and then nuts on, so you're not putting stress on the block. Spoke to Vinny, and he said he thinks it's a better idea to use the bolts. Now, you can reuse these bolts, but I don't know how many times they've been reused. And if they've been reused more than twice, to me, I think that's a bit bad. So there is a number on the block, apparently. I need to find it. So at the back on the top. So what I'm going to end up doing is just see if I can find that, cross-reference that to whatever the Ford block is, and see if I can buy some of these studs with the nuts. I think I'm going to go down that route, bearing in mind everybody's saying use them. I know when Vinny runs the engine shop and everything, and he does know, he's very knowledgeable and he does know a lot, but I can understand what they're saying and I can understand what he's saying, but I suppose it's one of them. There's people on there who's 98% of them out of 100 have said use studs, so I'll probably go down the same route, if that makes sense. And then if it fails, it's my fault for listening to them and not listening to Vinny. So I just need the head studs, what I need to buy once I found the number. And then we are cracking on with that. It is slow, and I do apologise, but everything's taking longer than what I thought, for the reason being I can't just buy parts off the shelf for that vehicle. I can't buy parts off the shelf for any vehicle, really. I did go up to Luke's last night, only to go and see him and to pay my storage bill. I said to him, I says, don't need to shave these wheels down anymore. So he says, well, and I didn't even ask. He says, bring the wheel up. He says, and we'll weld that piece back in. So I've got 2 spare wheels then. As you can see, I grinded that out to make sure, as you can see, I grinded that out for fitment. It turns out, I think I don't need to do it, but we'll wait until the adapters are here. I will take the tyres off them 2 wheels what are on now, and then we will try them on. If they do rub, then we will just continue taking that back edge down. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to lower it on the back. I don't want it slammed. I just want that bit of rake. Nothing too fancy. Just a little bit, so it's a bit nose end down. The other thing is as well, where Luke obviously has my car there, he has also other people's cars. That's locked. One of the lads there, that's the window. That one? It was locked. So one of the lads there bought some carpet, and he only needed a bit. Well, there's about, I don't know, enough to do our house, I think, there, what he's bought, and the glue. I paid 50 quid for it. So I've got that. I am in talks with a guy at the minute on Marketplace. He's got, the sticky insulation with the foil on the top. It's he's got 1.8 square meters worth. So I'm gonna go and buy that, put that down first, all in the car. We'll obviously remove the seats and everything, and then we'll put the carpet on top, cut that to shape, and then all I've got to do then is the weather seals and the door cards. I've got door cards in there. Someone has retrimmed them. They're a taste to desire, would we say? So yeah, they're a bit to be desired for. In fact, come on, I'll show you. See what you think to these door cards. You ready? Just wait until I get them out. What do you think to them? See?
They're nice.
They're nice, yeah. I think we picked up wrong child. Why does that keep doing it? Right. So yeah, we're gonna keep the black bit, the gold bit. Get rid of. Tammy's doing that. I might have a go at it, and then when I mess it up, I'll give it to her, and then she'll probably mess it up, and then we'll just glue them on with some tiger seal and tie wraps. The seats. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. So the gold bit, I wanted to do Mexican blanket style on the seat. So I want that, the same thing. The seats, all I'm going to do is just take these covers off. Once I get the seat out, when I put the insulation, take these covers off, refoam it, because that's just spring there, but this foam there. So, like memory foam stuff, I think. So we'll put some padding down, memory foam. We'll shape it as well with hot knife. We'll put these seat covers back on, and then we'll cover these with Mexican blankets and either hog ring or staple or whatever to this. Dashboard staying as it is. I do like the dash. It's very bon soir, if you like. Do like that. The only thing I probably will do is find out what them letters say on the dash, and then just have some stickers made, gel stickers or something, so I can put them over them, so I know what they're saying. But yeah, try that again. Just like a golf. So yeah, we're cracking on with bits. I do want to get it done. I do want to use it this summer. There is a show at Links Showground, which is modified nationals, but there's also the like American / hot rod thing there as well. I can't remember what that's called. We went to modified nationals a couple of years ago with a couple of friends of ours, and I like modernish modified cars. I do like, so like the 90s stuff like Supras and Skylines and stuff like that. And we was big into Japanese stuff, and yeah, we've still got the Japanese bits and bobs. But when I realised that the American bit was on and there was all the hot rods and stuff like that, I thought, this is a bit of me. So yeah, hopefully we'll take this there, do a bit of camping. So hopefully this will be ready to go there. So I'm going to stop rambling on now, and I'm actually going to do something, because all I seem to do in the videos is just talk. So all I'm doing is cleaning, as you can see, all that crap what's falling off. It's like part of the old head gasket what was there. It's just cleaning the surface with my handy dandy blade of doom. So as soon as I've got this back clean, I'll come back to you. I might even take that off so I can get to that engine number. Okay.
It feels rusty refurbs, I roll up slow. Cars in the field, some sunken alone.
Run the tap, as in thread tap, through all these so I can clean them up as well. They say to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to follow what everybody says to do. And then when it goes wrong, I can just blame everybody else. Apart from the bit where Vedette told me to use the bolts and I don't, and I use studs and everything goes wrong. Hey? Well, what do you want me to do? Sneak up on me again. I'll black both of your eyes. I've found a number down here on the block. There is one at the back as well. So the number is 275878. I believe that is not that. Now the other number I've got is 107. And then I can't get my fat fingers down there. 4. This is separate. Don't do this with a 107 bit.
Okay.
411
Yeah.
58.
Yeah.
And then I can't see what that bit says, so I'll just get a screwdriver or something just so I can clean that up. Excuse me. So in front of the 107 is after the 107 is 47. I don't know what that is. 3 or an 8. 9. It's a 9. It's 479. So on them numbers, what we've just found, I'll do the one on the back first because that's what everybody says to go for. So the 107 479. So 107 479. Back as. Based on your, this is AI thing. So based on, let me read it. Based on your search query, it appears you might be looking for information regarding aircraft hardware. Not aircraft, specifically washers or perhaps parts related to Ford Flathead. So I told you it was something to do with Ford. Engine. Oh, not common design for them. Blah, 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 blah. Harley Ford engine. Flathead, commonly referred to as vintage Ford V8. Engine 21 or 24 stud or vintage Harley Davidson engine. What? Ford Flathead. So I need to figure out what stud it is, which I can count and tell you now. So if I start at the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's 17 stud. So if I put in, so we've got them numbers. So where's that pen gone? So if I put in then 17 stud flathead. Hold on. Load. Identify the Ford Flathead V8 for a newbie. I'm a newbie. A lot of people do buy these engines to put into like MGs and stuff like that because they're tiny, these engines are, and they do use them for racing. I have seen that somewhere. The V860 was very popular in the midget racing. See, I didn't even read that bit. It tells you midget racing, which is smaller vehicles, MGs, frog-eyed sprint, stuff like that, I should imagine. Midget racing cars, speedboats. I've got a speedboat engine. And some industrial applicants like welders, compressors, and water pumps due to their small size. So I've got a welder, a water pump, and a compressor. All in this applicants right here. So all I need to do now is screenshot that on my phone, and I can cross-reference that. Shut up, Tammy. And find studs and bolts. Thank God. It's all clean. Damn, it's clean now. There's a fly. Next thing is, once I've got the heads on and it's back running again, and it doesn't leak coolant out the exhaust this time, hopefully, I'm going to look at 12 volt, I think. But yeah, so everything in there, the heads, as you can see now, are clean. Cleaned all the bores out and things. They are ready for head gaskets. I'm not going to go mad with them. Once the heads are back, which they are ready, I just need to come collect them. But it is bank holiday. We are in May now. It is Saturday today, which is the 2nd. Next Saturday, we're big bird in it to warmer climates, even though it's warm here. We're on holiday. We'll carry on with some bits on the car. If I get the heads back, and the studs and everything are here if I can get hold of them pretty easy. We'll put that back on. So I'll stop yabbering on as usual. As I just said in the last time, I was just going to stop talking. Just go. I'm sorry.